What's going on, y'all? John here, and welcome back. We are playing some World of Tanks. Today is a video of my brother Jarrett and I on Murovanka. It's a standard battle, tier 8 match, and we're top dogs. Today I am in the tier 8 German medium tank, the Panzer, and Jarrett is accompanying me in his tier 8 American heavy tank, the T-32. Now there are a couple of similarities to these tanks. One being is that they both have good gun depression. While the T-32 definitely outclasses the Panzer in that they're both very good at being able to work ridge lines. And as such, I'm telling Jarrett, since we are top dogs, we're the only two tier 8s on our team, and there's only two tier 8s on the enemy team, a Motherland and another Panzer, that we ought to go for this western flank, or there's a ton of ridges, and it's just all straight shooting. We can just keep the enemies in front of us and deal with whatever tanks we see come our way. And there's a lot of tanks that come this way. I wasn't really anticipating such a force to come down this way, but we dealt with it the best to our abilities. As we can see, I get in a prime location here, and I'm able to put a very good shot in the T-29. I'm reloading, I rush the shot, and just end up hitting his tracks on the next one, but Jarrett shows up in the same position as I am, and we can now begin to work the ridge line as a KV-3 pops up. There is an EZ-8, a T-25-2. Right here is exactly where you want to be if you have a tank with pretty good gun depression, and if you're like the T-32, excellent armor at the front of their turret. Now the Panzer doesn't have excellent armor at the front of its turret, but with the odd shape and the angling, it can pull off a couple ricochets. But as you can see, I'm moving back and forth, I'm not risking it. I put a good shot into the T-20 there. Jarrett is taking fire from a heavy tank and a medium that's down there in the village. So he's getting ready to line up another shot. He's got his tracks blown. He takes another hit. That one, I believe, from a heavy tank somewhere over further in the village. But he decides he's had enough of it, and he repairs his tracks, pulls back a bit, and now we're going to adjust our strategy. We can still work this ridge line, but we're not going to expose ourselves to such high shots. So we come down lower and begin using this little ridge line here to cover us while we engage them one at a time. And I have no idea what this M6 thought he was going to accomplish by driving across in front of the guns of the two tier 8 tanks on our team, me and my brother, and as such he just gets demolished before my eyes. The T-29 on the other hand is proving to be quite the stubborn opponent, and he maneuvers into the building, and I try to get the reload out, but all I managed to do is hit his tracks. Now, Jarrett is going to take up the position while I go up high. We're going to do a high-low kind of shooting, because this way we're not both sitting on that corner, and these enemy tanks are just waiting for one of us to roll around, so we're kind of spreading out the fire. I come up, I take a hit, but I put a very good hit in that Churchill 7. Not because he was a greater threat than the KV-3, but because he did offer a better target for me. The flat, kind of pooish armor of the Churchill 7 doesn't compare to this 90mm gun, and there would be the enemy Panzer. Now, I'm not sure if he's fully upgraded. I am fully upgraded with the 90mm Kanonen gun, but I really don't want to risk it, so I poke up, I take a quick snapshot, I do take a hit from, I believe, the KV-3, and I'm wearing out my welcome on the ridgeline, so I again pull back, come down the ridgeline, and go to back up Jarrett. At this point, Jarrett is engaging with these 4 tanks. I poke out, whiz a shot in between the posts of the building and take out the Churchill 7. That eliminates our flank problem. Now we can just focus down these 3 tanks. Jarrett's having a sport of bad luck as he's aiming just over the ridge, but every one of his shells are going just slightly low enough that they're hitting the ridge line. So he moves up a bit, I take a hit in the KV-3, Jarrett reloads, finishes him off. That would be, I believe, kill number 2 or 3 for Jarrett. Jarrett moves up, ARL-44 blows his track off, I secure the kill on him and keep moving. We have pretty much won this game. The scores are 10-2, and as you can see, they lack very little in the ways of resistance as how this match is going to fall. They're down to 4 tanks. There was a T-25-2 over there, and he hasn't died yet. So I'm being very cautious to expose my flank to him. I move up a bit more. There's only 3 tanks, 2 tanks, the EZ-8 and the T-25-2. There would be the EZ-8. I fire, hit him. He's almost dead. Am I going to reload? Nah, someone else gets the kill. There's the T-25-2. Had a pretty amazing match so far, but you know what would make it better? A Brothers in Arms medal. Jarrett's on 3 kills. I'm on 2 kills. At this point, I'm telling Jarrett, I was like, hey, if you can go forward and get him down on low enough health, wound him, I can roll over and take the finishing shot and we'll get a Brothers in Arms medal. And he's like, okay, I'm down with that. So he's just trucking up there, trying to get up there so he can deal the damage. Unfortunately, the T-25-2 on our team's coming up to get the kill. I'm a little slow on the gas pedal. I come up and I dunk the shot right in the ridge line. T-25-2 comes over and finishes him off with a ram. Nothing against that. The guy was an all-star. I mean, he just came in and got the kill. It's not like it was his fault. But, hey, I got a Confederates medal, over 2,800 damage. I'm happy with the results. Jarrett was happy with the results as he did a pretty respectable amount of damage. I want to say he got a steel wall in that match. So, either way, we were both happy, and it was a very good game. As you saw, we just clearly dominated them. So, very good all-around match. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.